You've had many tough life lessons. Your experience in the tsunami nearly a decade ago, physical, emotional trauma, losing loved ones as well. But I was struck that you took away such positive life lessons, that you were able to, in the midst of such trauma and devastation, still keep moving forward.
I was at a hospital in Thailand. It was New Year's Eve, and it was just a couple of days after the tsunami, and I was in lots of pain. My pelvis was broken in 4 places, and it was a lot to cope with because I was in such a pain, and the nurses didn't know what to do with me anymore. They called the doctor. It was half an hour before New Year's Eve. He left his family and sat down next to me and said, you know, sometimes when we feel pain on a scale 1 to 10, it feels like 10, but it's only 4. It's because we focus on that pain. That's why it becomes bigger. And he reminded me about the power of our mind. And he said, focus on the things you love, the things you are thankful for, things you want to do. So I started to use my power of my mind again. And next day, there was a 360 degrees of change. Not just that I didn't have any pain, but I could start moving. And my sister and my dear friend who were with me in the room, they couldn't believe it. Every experience has a pluses and minuses. And if we focus only on the negative, and then we go down the spiral and we become weaker. If we can focus on the 5% positive, that we can become stronger, because positivity attracts positivity, and not just that we become stronger, but we can also empower ourselves and others.
Your tragedy, though, empowered you to be a change agent for the greater good for thousands of children, founding Happy Hearts. How did you decide to focus your energies with this philanthropic endeavor?
When I was still in a hospital, I had a huge urge to go and help those who were left behind and who are still looking for their loved ones and who need some kind of help. But myself, I couldn't even sit down. I was in pieces. So as soon as I could walk, I went back with my sister and a few of my friends. We visited temporary shelters, temporary schools and hospitals to try to understand what is the biggest need. After this learning, during the Thailand visit, we already started to brainstorm about how about what the name will be for the foundation. And the foundation was put in place in 2005, became officially 501c3 in 2006, and since then we are focusing on rebuilding schools for children who are forgotten after natural disasters, and we provide them safe, disaster-proof school. Every primary and secondary school has a computer lab to allow them for better education, that therefore they can get a better job, empower themselves, their family. Even if the rest of the homes are still damaged and the school is rebuilt, it's incredible to see how much empowerment it gives to the whole community. They just go, we can do this, we can rebuild our community back.
You were just 12 years old when communism ended in Czechoslovakia.
Yes.
How did that experience, growing up in a communist country, seeing the evolution, and now taking on the roles that you have, how did that influence and impact you, do you think?
Under communism, we were not allowed to travel, only into the countries of a communist bloc. So the appreciation of freedom of travel, that will always stay with me, that kind of excitement to travel everywhere. Appreciation of having access to fruits. We couldn't have clementines and bananas only once a year for Christmas. And just that appreciation of having things. After Velvet Revolution, what opened up, it opened up the whole new world of opportunities that learning languages, opportunities of travel, opportunities of dreaming as well. And I think that I think what my generation, and I've spoken to a girlfriend of mine, she comes from the same generation. I feel we were very lucky because we can have a much more much more sort of understanding, a personal understanding. It's not just learned from books, but a personal understanding of both worlds. And I think that appreciation is very valuable with anything you do, any business you tackle, any adventure you go for. Just appreciating brings you more happiness.
Amidst all of your successes, what inspired you to take the plunge as an entrepreneur now?
It has been really natural progression. I wear many hats, and being in the fashion industry, second being a founder and chair of Happy Hearts Fund, third one being ambassador at large for Haiti. And each of them actually have a very strong element of business and entrepreneurship ingrained. And the other side of it is that the business is about travel, and that's what I've been doing for 15 years, and being blessed to travel around the world and to most amazing countries, and really discovering the country and the culture, and learning about the people in a very deep way. And so Be the Light is all about taking you for a journey to exciting countries, and then discovering the treasures of the countries, and you can bring those treasures back to your home.